We're playing Britney Spears.
Wow, welcome back! Hello everybody, welcome to part 3. I'm glad you enjoyed that. It shows that we don't bullshit. At least it doesn't bullshit.
Good.
Editing via VHS, that was next level.
Those are the days.
That took 10 hours to make that video or something, didn't it? Yeah, 10 fucking hours.
We made a couple more, which had visuals in it as well, like just a picture. Which
I think Windows Movie Maker, mate.
In Paint as well, mate.
If YouTube would have been around then, we'd have been gods. Gods among men. Now it just looks stupid. I'm gonna have to hide that video from my son.
I've got it. Like, everywhere.
How is everybody? Can we take some Q&A? Get into some stuff. Is there any movies and stuff you want to talk about?
There's so many films that are out that we need to see that we haven't seen yet. But really? Obviously we've not had a chance. Yeah.
Let's go tomorrow.
We could go... Oh, shit, now. That sounds like a good plan. It's going to have to be early on, but let's do it.
What? What are we watching?
Like, we could watch... There's two that I want to watch at the minute.
I could do with a movie. After these 4 weeks, I could do with just chilling out and doing nothing.
Now, what do you think? Either Kick-Ass 2...
No.
Or is it The World's End?
The one with...
Simon Pegg?
Yes. Yeah. The Kick-Ass 2, I've heard nothing but terrible things.
Okay, fuck it then.
Nothing but terrible things about Kick-Ass 2.
Okay.
How long did you leave your monster in the freezer last week?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, dude! I put a monster in the freezer last week. No,
I gathered that.
It was this week. Like, I got home from work, put Ava to bed, blah, blah, blah. No, I got home from work, put the monster in the fridge. It was there for like 2 hours, and it was that sweet spot where
was there condensation running down the side?
There was no slush in the can. The outside of the can, however, was iced.
Nice.
Oh, it was legit.
Difficult to hold.
It was legit.
Kick-Ass. Oh, I don't pirate stuff. It's hard to Twitch my sub button. Nah. I don't. It's sad. It is kind of sad, but I'm not in favour of streaming just now. I'm really not. It's just sad. I wanted to stream The Last of Us and stuff, but
There's games like that though.
It's sad. I love streaming.
You can't be immersed in games like that.
There's certainly some games that I wouldn't stream. Last of Us might be one of them because it's like streaming's a different kettle of fish than playing a game on your own. Which is, you know, if you've never tried it, it's streaming a game and interacting with your chat is a very different experience than playing a game on your own. But I'm so disillusioned with streaming. After all the problems that I've had with streaming, it's like, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. And I know I love streaming as well, which is sad. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely enjoy the shit out of streaming. I love streaming. I enjoyed so much streaming the last few games I streamed, like Warcraft 3 and Sleeping Dogs. I had an absolute blast. I love doing it. It's kind of just something I can't dedicate time to. I can't do it, so I'm really sorry.
What do you think of Ben Affleck as Batman?
Oh, do we want to talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm on the fence because everyone's going, oh, Daredevil! Daredevil was just a shit movie anyway. There is nobody who came away from Daredevil looking good. Colin Farrell is a good actor. Ben Affleck is a good actor, like it or not, he is. Jessica Biel was in it?
No, it was Jennifer Garner.
And she's a good actress.
And the guy who played Kingpin, what was he called? Michael Clark Douglas?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Duncan, yeah.
He's good at what he does. Daredevil's just a shit movie, but I love I also hate a lot of Ben Affleck movies, so I don't know. I was we talked a little bit about the Nolan situation when...
Makes me piss my pants.
Yes.
Funny-wise.
Do you think it was direct? I mean, I've heard that Christopher Nolan, obviously, was a big supporter of Man of Steel, and he was also supposed to be supporting the Superman versus Batman thing. And is it a versus? So... But then he suddenly just pulled out and took all his money with him from Paramount, I believe, and took all his money with him to his own film called Interstellar and just left him high and dry. He was like, yeah, fuck off, I'm not doing it anymore. And then apparently it's revealed that it's because he found out Ben Affleck was cast as Batman is the reason he left. He left the franchise. So, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Here's a question for debate, and you probably haven't got one off the top of your head. You're cutting this film... Have you got anyone off the top of your head who you'd like to play Batman? Now, you've got to keep in mind, people have said that in Batman vs. Superman, it's going to be a slightly older Batman. It's nothing to do with the Dark Knight franchise, by the way.
I haven't got an answer for that, but what I will say is, and this might be, people might be pissed at this, but I've never found Batman himself to be a particularly good character. For me, Batman, the entire world of Batman is based on how really, really tremendously good the villains are. And I think the Nolan trilogy was testimony to that. Because I don't think Christopher Bale was a particularly great Batman. I don't think he was. And I don't think Batman's that interesting, really. He's not. He's the billionaire. If you compare the sort of billionaire gadget hero, he's nothing on fucking Tony Stark. He isn't. But the Joker, Bane, you can go through the entire list of Arkham Asylum, Riddler, all the people, even Mr. Freeze, the original Mr. Freeze, not obviously Arnold Schwarzenegger, but the original idea for Mr. Freeze and stuff is just miles better characters than Batman is.
No.
For me, anyway.
No. The thing is,
no,
for me, yeah, you can be and are wrong. Now, the thing for me is, you've got to look at it like this, whereas the two things are very similar in terms of the superhero gimmick of Batman and Iron Man are, Iron Man is Iron Man. It's Tony Stark in a suit of armour. It's essentially the same person.
Yeah.
Batman and Bruce Wayne are two people.
I get that. I don't find either of them cool.
And that's why both of those people, both of those entities, I like separate people for the best. Like for me, personally, Michael Keaton is my favourite Batman. Without question, he was fucking amazing.
Not Clooney?
No, fuck Clooney. Nipples on the bat suit!
Is that his fault?
Yeah.
Okay.
He should have seen that suit and went, fuck off. Yeah? Why do I need nipple casings on my armour? Imagine that. Imagine if you're in Special Forces, Navy SEALs, if you will. We've got this bulletproof vest for you. It's got nipple attachments. I'm not fucking Crichton. I don't need this. You know what I mean? But anyway, regardless. But my favourite Bruce Wayne was Christian Bale. I just thought he looked suave, he was smooth. But who I'd want to see as Batman, and it was rumoured very slightly a couple of months ago, Josh Brolin would have been
I could see that.
Fucking amazing.
He needs to be a kind of bulky, because he's a brawler kind of guy, right? He needs to be kind of bulky, looks pretty menacing, square, is what I'm trying to say. A square-looking, mature-looking guy. Do you know what I mean? But it's all about the villains for me, and this is why I'm really not into the Batman versus Superman, because I'm not particularly favourable of either. Superman, I don't like anyway.
No.
Because he's just boring.
Do you know who's got a really good story that they should do? Because now, like, in terms of Marvel, have really recognised how much of the fans love Deadpool. Like, it took... I mean, obviously, Marvel's fan base have obviously had a very, 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 very large majority who love and know of Deadpool. And they saw testaments to that of how bad they made him in the Wolverine Origins film. So they're obviously going to make a Deadpool film. Flip side to that, it's not been done as a bad version of it in DC. Deathstroke is sort of like... it's the same sort.
It's the same character.
It's the same sort of character, but obviously Deathstroke's not insane. But they've got the same cult following for Deathstroke, and his backstory is completely
Is this
different.
from Arrow? Arrow's inspired this, is it?
No, not from Arrow at all. Just, I mean, it was before Arrow. It was probably DC Universe that I knew of Deathstroke, but I really looked into his background on DC Universe. His backstory is amazing,
dude. We're going off topic here, but fucking hell, no spoilers. I cannot believe you are not into Breaking Bad. Because the final season... Can we just get a hell yeah for the final season of Breaking Bad just now? I mean, we're lucky enough to have Netflix that he's actually got the contract to show Breaking Bad immediately after it comes out in the US, unlike Game of Thrones, where we have to wait fucking forever. But holy fucking Jesus, is the last season of Breaking Bad good. My God. It is unfucking believable. And I seriously, even if you don't like the first 5, it's worth it just to get to this last season, because every episode is like the Game of Thrones Crimson Wedding. Every episode is fucking believable. So good. And I only bring it up because people thought Bryan Cranston was Lex Luthor, but it's been debunked. I think, it's debunked. Yeah. But if you haven't watched Breaking Bad, I would even agree. The first 2 seasons are... 3rd, kind of okay. 4th, a little bit better. And I think this is season 5. Oh my God. So fucking good. It is ridiculously good. Some of the best television I've ever seen.
I couldn't get past halfway through the 2nd season.
Yeah, I agree. It's worth pushing through to get to what comes after.
It's always the awkward scenario. We're broke. We're working for someone who's going to kill us. Is my wife going to find out? Next episode. We need money. We're going to have to cook for a psychopath. Is my wife going to find out? And it's just the format for that, and I can't get past it.
Yeah, and then it's worth it because season 3, I think they probably discovered people were like tired of that same formula, and then they just went straight off, and you know, like everybody knows, and it just turns into this fucking evil motherfucker. And then they introduced another character called Gustavo Fring.
Gustavo Almodovar.
Gustavo Fring is one of the best villains in TV ever because he's so awesome, and it goes even further than that, and it's brilliant, mate. It's worth it. It's so worth it.
I will tell you though, it has got one of my favourite scenes that I've seen in a long time, and it's where Walter goes to see Tuco. I think it's Tuco, because obviously they're in the back pocket, and the episode starts with him walking out of the office with the office on fire, covered in blood and money.
That ain't nothing, mate. I'm telling you.
That scene where he just basically shows him, he goes, "It's not meth," and he throws it on the floor, and it just fucking obliterates the office.
That ain't shit, mate. It ain't shit. It's so good. It's so fucking good.
But yeah, I mean, for me at the minute, I mean, I won't. I'm not gonna lie about it. I really got into True Blood. That's just finished another season.
Is that a vampire thing?
Yeah. The only vampire thing that I will watch, because Suzanne's obviously on the bandwagon. Oh, Twilight. So we got into. So I watched them because of her. I watched True Blood to start with because it was a sort of like, right, she watches enough superhero shit, and I got into that. Now then, she tried getting me into Vampire Diaries, and I nearly hit her.
Nearly hit her.
It's Dawson's Creek with fangs. So no. Yeah, vampire, like, he doesn't need to climb a ladder because he can fly and shit, but he'll still put a ladder on the window and go, but fuck Dawson's Creek. But for me, like, soon as well, Sons of Anarchy restarts in a couple of weeks, which I cannot wait for. That program is so good. Arrow starts again in a few weeks. That is my favourite at the minute, is Arrow. It's so good. And obviously, early mid next year, 24 is back on. So those are the ones that I'm looking forward to. However, one thing though, now I got pressured into this from people in work, because I work in a creative agency. And everyone in work, I mean, I'm like nothing like anyone I work with. They are all from the centre of Manchester in the posh areas. So I watched this on TV the other day. And if you're watching from my work, by the way, you are exactly like that. Don't fucking lie. But like,
if you're tuning in.
Yeah, because it's a creative agency. They're all talking about Mad Men, and I know that's been around for a while. Oh yeah, it's a creative agency in the 50s and the 60s. You know, it's quite good. So I thought, Jesus Christ,
product placement.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, product placement. I got sick of hearing about it, so I stuck it on like on TV. Wow, I'm really into that program.
Good.
It's so good. So yeah, if you're on the fence, there it is again, of Mad Men, just give it a try. And a lot of it I can obviously relate to because obviously I work in a creative agency. It's obviously in the 50s when I was the spec in. I don't even want to go down that road. But yeah, it's good. If you're thinking about watching Mad Men, I'd definitely give that a look as well.
Oh, cool. There is some really good TV out at the moment, and Always Sunny in Philadelphia is coming back soon as well.
Oh, that's
they filmed it already.
I'm so glad, man, that you actually watched that through.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some. It's not. I wouldn't say it's consistently great, but sometimes it's just fantastic.
Yeah,
and that's okay. I'll put up with some crap if it's overall it's really good, and it is. So, and they've done an episode of Always Sunny, and the guys who make Game of Thrones have done one episode, and they say it's incredible. So I'm really looking forward to that as well. Oh, that's awesome, Shockwave! Cool, man. Cool. It's Ghosty FTW. You can't miss it. How do you think Breaking Bad will end Ghost? He's not watched any of it. Oh, you're only 2 seasons in.
I'm a season and a half in, and
and no spoilers either.
No, don't spoil it.
Yeah, fucking
the chances are when my programs finish again, I sound like a woman when I say my programs. Oh, I've got my programs to watch tonight. But when my programs finish and I'm looking for a filler, I'll probably watch that.
I just power through it just to get to just so the last season makes sense.
Oh, Supernatural as well. Yeah, that's coming back soon. I love Supernatural. That's a chick program, but I love it.
Nothing wrong with liking a chick program.
What else was I going to say? I tell you what as well, this is one program that I stopped watching. I only stopped watching it is because the shows that I love started again. The Wire.
No.
The Wire, by the way, if you've not noticed about The Wire, it has been voted by all major movie sites as the best program of all time.
Okay, I'll give it a check.
The first season,
unless they're hyping it.
No. I mean, I got caught into that hype, but the first season, which I have watched, is amazing.
You know what I'm pissed about?
What?
I want to take us off TV just for a sec. I bought the fucking BioShock season pass. I went against my own rules, which is I don't buy anything before it's out and I check the reviews. Like GTA 5, I want to wait a couple of weeks for GTA 5, a couple of weeks or a month, to see if it's about the soundtrack in it, and that's it. And I went, oh my god, they're returning us to Rapture. And we're going back to Rapture, it's going to be the best thing in the world, and I need it in and around my body, and I want it in my butthole, and all that kind of stuff. And then I bought the season pass, and then they were like, aha, it's no combat. I was like, you motherfuckers. I want my money back because I do not trust it. What the fuck? What the fuck happened there? It's like, oh, we're recently... They're such bastards. I mean, it was well played by them. Well played by them. It's like, yeah, so one of the DLCs for Infinite is we're going back to Rapture. We're going to take you back in on New Year's Eve when Rapture falls. You're going to experience the fall of Rapture. You're going to be there in the fucking flesh. It's going to be awesome. And everyone was like, cool, season pass. I'll buy it then. So I've got it and all that kind of shit. And then next week it's like, by the way, the Return to Rapture DLC is non-combat. It's like a puzzle thing. And I was like...
Why would you do that?
Wow. 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 And then the next DLC is going to be Elizabeth. And nothing to do with Booker. Wow.
So I take it these DLCs are going to be prequels?
Not prequels. They're inside the same universe.
So, yeah, but the end of...
At the end of Infinite, they go to Rapture. So because they go through different universes, don't they? In the end of Infinite, it shows all the different parallels.
So you're playing one of the Bookers.
Yeah, one of the Bookers and one of the Elizes. One of the Bookers and one of the Elizabeths. So wonder which necklace she's wearing. Exciting times. Can't wait to find out in my non-combat scenario of which necklace she's wearing. Maybe that will be part of the puzzle. That might be the downfall of Rapture. Is she wearing the bird cage or the bird? Who can wonder?
What did you pick?
The bird.
I picked the bird.
Everybody does, because the cage symbolises captivity, doesn't it? No one wants to be captive. No one wants to be captive.
I didn't think that deep, mate. I should have picked that.
The combat isn't so lame. The combat's not amazing. That's the problem with it. The combat isn't amazing. It's tolerable, you know what I mean? The combat isn't, oh my god, this combat is fantastic, but it's not super fucking terrible. It's not super terrible at all. It's not. Why I hate Nicolas Cage? I just do not like Nicolas Cage.
We need to get hold of that vampire film, man, just to watch it for a laugh.
Which vampire film?
It's the one where I was saying you where Nick Cage is an unstable accountant or something, and he gets legit bit by a vampire, and he thinks that he's turning into a vampire, but he's actually not. But he's just going more mental, and he gets more irate as it goes through. But apparently, it's so funny, but not supposed to be. We need to see it. A Kiss from a Vampire, I think it's called, or something like that.
A Kiss from a Vampire.
We need to watch it.
I'm a vampire,
That's the scene, yeah, where he's running down the street going, I'm a vampire, I'm a vampire. But he tries to get people killing and stuff.
This will not make me like Nicolas Cage anymore, man.
Oh, we need to watch it. Vampire's Kiss, yes.
Oh, no. But the Bad Lieutenant.
In fact, if you want the best...
Let's remake a Harvey Keitel film where he's awesome.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel rocks in this film. Let's remake it with Nicolas Cage. You done goofed. You done goofed, son. It's the guy who picked it up should have gone, okay. Let's remake The Wicker Man, a classic movie, which is everybody loves. And yeah, it's old, but it's fantastic, so let's just leave it alone. Okay. But let's add Nicolas Cage. It's bound to be better.
He's good in Kick-Ass, though.
He is good in Kick-Ass. As a
child.
But Con Air, though, I'm going to show you God does exist by now ignoring bullets. I don't give a fuck who you are. If someone shoots you, you're going to notice.
I don't know, mate.
Oh, right, are you that hard? Are you that tough? Yeah, this movie just got caged. This movie just got caged. Fucking terrible. Yeah, Nicolas Cage loses his shit. I didn't even find that funny. It was terrible. Nick Cage watched this stream? I don't know. I saw an AMA with Olivia Wilde, and that was the most sperm-filled Reddit AMA I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
It's going to be. She, for me, is number one.
She's awesome, yeah.
Wow.
That woman is too pretty. That woman is too fucking pretty. I can't go near her. If I was even in the same room, I'd leave because everybody around her looks like a disease. She's like lives in a permanent petri dish of ugly people. It's not going to happen.
I know.
She's just sat there going, God, everyone in here is uglier than I am.
Can you imagine though, like if that was your woman and like everywhere that you'd look, you wouldn't look once at her because you'd want to look at every single goddamn reaction of everyone walking down the street who looks at her, and it's like, yeah. Mine.
No. Hey, Xbox One, PS4. You changed your mind. You flipped 360'd on me.
You
think you're going to get an Xbox One?
Yeah, I think so, mate. I think so. I don't know, though. I've not cemented it. Basically, now that Xbox have gone back on everything that they said they are going to do, and it is now a viable console choice with an optional Kinect, with DRM, Without DRM, sorry. I'm actually considering it because the past 2 generations of console, I've preferred the Xbox. That's why. So I'm hoping now that it's actually a viable console to continue that trend. However, my only concern, my only thing that I want the PS4 for, perk-wise, is the whole integration with the Vita. Because that, for me, obviously in my family life, would be insane. I could take a Dumpskis upstairs, sat on the throne, playing Metal Gear Solid on a Vita, while downstairs, like, Susanna and Ava are watching TV. She's watching the Twilight Saga.
She's watching Twilight.
That's why. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm still really on the fence about it. Whatever the majority of people...
Well, so far the PS4 is outselling the Xbox 1.6 or 1.7.
That's going to happen.
Nearly double. Nearly double.
Do you know why, though, that will continue to happen? Because people will only read headlines into these consoles and then say, oh, fuck.
Well, people won't go back on their opinion.
Exactly.
Like, Xbox shit!
Exactly. I mean, I slated Xbox something chronic after their release. But, you know, I'm not...
rightfully so. They fucked up a lot.
Exactly, but I'm not too stubborn to say, no, if I wanted an Xbox, I wouldn't say, no, I'm still getting a PS4. Because if I want an Xbox, I'll say, well, no. They've rectified their catastrophe-style fuck-up, and now it's a viable console for me to actually get. So I might still get an Xbox. I don't know yet.
Exciting. I'm looking forward to see. Yeah. I'm looking forward to trying them out, because I played, like I say, I put Last of Us on the TV, the main TV, and it looks fantastic. Even a 720p game.
Yeah.
Last of Us looks fucking incredible. It really does. It really does absolutely so fucking good. It's not great. They keep developing new games for 3. Well, it's always the weakest link in the chain, because as far as I know, the Xbox One is the weaker of the two. Only ever so slightly, but it is the weaker of the two. You kind of imagine most devs who release on both are going to basically design them around being on the one. You have to make don't you have to make the games? I mean, PC is always the abomination because they have to do it differently, but some people don't even bother. But it's always you have to make it for the weaker one, right? You have to base it around the weaker one.
The thing is, for the Xbox 360 and the PS4, because I know guys that have actually developed games in it, guys who've actually worked on games for that, work with me now as like developers, and they basically said this generation of consoles, the Xbox had the better exclusive purely because PlayStation made the games that awkward to code. Whereas if you imagine it like this, like it really simplified it because I'm an idiot when it comes to developing. Nothing about it. I'm all visual. I don't know anything about development. Basically said, imagine this. You had like one massive code of script for an Xbox game. All together, bash, there you go. In the PS4, there was 2 of them because they made them develop it separately purely because they didn't want straight pulls from one console to the other, which is fair enough in the reasoning, but the actual development of the games took twice the effort to do for the same product, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't get what you're saying.
But
perhaps that's just to counter what I was saying. Is the Xbox One is weaker. What they don't want is people making games for the weaker console.
Yeah.
And then just sticking them on the more powerful PS4. But it's not about let's just get a PC. The majority of the games we play are PC every single time. But there are certain exclusives that we'd like to try, and stuff I might even want to film, which are only going to be on the console. So that's kind of the situation. That's why I'm interested particularly. I mean, I'm going to get both. I think as we go down the line, is get both of them. I mean, and just have them sat here for whenever we want that.
Well, you know, I think
eventually, I'm not saying I'm going out. I'm not
I'm just going straight on there and
yeah,
get both.
I haven't worked for a month, so I'm not a rich man.
I might get a couple of colours of each as well. Yeah, it'd be great.
I'm going to get a few of them. I'm definitely going to go out and buy the Xbox 360 that looks like a one.
What are your thoughts on Hearthstone?
Oh, you want to talk about Hearthstone? I mean, it's so hard for Blizzard not to shit gold sometimes. Well, Hearthstone is the obvious flavour of the month right now, especially on the streams. Everybody's playing Hearthstone. It looks fine. It looks alright. It's a trading card game. I've played a million trading card games, and it's very simple and it's fun, and it's a trading card game. I don't know if is it just because it's got the Blizzard logo. Everyone's losing their shit over this game, or what? I don't understand. I'm a little confused. I haven't played it myself because it's US only or whatever. For the beta, only in the US, but it's like, I don't know, I don't get this whole thing with Hearthstone that, you know, there's, 70,000 people watching it? Or something like that. And is it just because it's Blizzard, I guess?
Yeah.
I kind of want to say it's just because it's Blizzard.
Possibly.
I mean, it's a much simplified version of the already in existence WoW trading card game. They already have a WoW trading card game. It's hard for Blizzard not to shit gold. It's true! It's kind of really hard, right? It's just like, hey, This Blizzard trading card game. Oh! Fucking mean it in my life.
Whoa. Hate trading card games. But did you just say Blizzard?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
well, you want to play a trading card game? Yeah. It's by Blizzard. What? Well, that's just going to make me buy it.
But 2 players, right?
It's got a bit of a flavour of the month feel to it. It looks great for something to play in between raids, I guess. It kind of marries up really well with LFR queues in the timings of the games. I did notice that LFR queue times are around about a similar time that you can get a round of Hearthstone into it. Everybody's going to be playing it who's after Flavour of the Month stream. Everybody. If you want the people, you know, if you buy the latest game that's got a lot of hype around it, come to my stream and make me some money. That's what you're going to find in a lot of Hearthstone guys. Not that I blame them. It's a straight way of going on. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It looks like a hell of a fun game. I know Blizzard's sponsoring a lot of people to play it, which you've got to be careful of. A lot of people who have got the very early code were kind of incentivized to go ahead and start streaming that fucking game, which is cool because you get some of the major names behind it. You're going to get a lot of people going, well, if they're playing it, I'm going to play it. So a lot of people definitely got incentivized to do it, which unfortunately we didn't because we're in the UK and we're terrible people because of that.
I am not a terrible person.
No, every other Blizzard game we get early invites and fucking all sorts of shit for to go play it early. Oh, not this though. Not this though. Not that I was that bothered anyway. Not that I will play it because it looks kind of fun. It's kind of fun.
Oh, just really quick question, because this is something else that I'm on the fence about. Has anyone played the new Splinter Cell? If you have, just tell me what it's like. I need to hear that it's good before I buy another fucking anything this month. So tell me it's good, but yeah, carry on.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mind. Hearthstone looks like a lot of fun. I've got no other opinions. I haven't played it. It looks a lot of fun. That's my opinion. I haven't played it, so I've got no other judgments of that. But it is just a simple trading card game at the end of the day, but it has a Blizzard logo on it. So therefore, it's fantabulous Diablo 3. Oh! No,
Ouch.
it's probably better than Diablo 3.
Let's put it this way.
It's probably better than Diablo 3.
It can't not be.
It's fun as shit. It's disappointing. Oh, it's some 50-50 on your Splinter Cell. 7 out of
Okay.
10. 7 out of 10, which is pretty fucking awesome. 7 out of 10. Yeah, I don't mind. There's, like I said before, and we got a couple of donations as well from Jordan and Lady Keeley. Lady Keeley.
Lady Keeley. Is that her actual name now?
She is officially
Actually
Lady
changed
Thank
her
you,
name
Lady
now
Keeley.
to Lady Keeley.
Thanks, guys.
Royalty. Lady
Thank you very
Keeley
much.
the Third, Esquire.com.
Lady Keeley the Third. Lady Keeley. Did you play Yu-Gi-Oh? And I've been playing under Hearthstone? No. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. Yeah, it looks seriously fun. I don't know. Gamescom. Gamescom pisses me off because we did that last year. Gamescom kept sending me emails saying, please come back to Gamescom, please come back to Gamescom, please come back to Gamescom. Which is just a standard one. It wasn't anything special for us in particular. It was like, come and buy a ticket, we're doing it again. Then they seemed to be under the impression that we had tickets. And now they sent me an email saying, thank you for coming to Gamescom. Which is really weird. Well, Gamescom was much bigger this year, and they had a lot of announcements and stuff like that, which has kind of pissed me off a little bit.
Kind of pissed
But
me
I
off.
don't regret not going.
No.
Because, how disappointed were you at Gamescom? In terms of the event, not the fact that we got to meet you guys, which was fucking amazing.
Yeah, the games setup was awful.
It was terrible, wasn't
Awful.
it? It's terrible.
People were pissed, especially I think it was Black Ops 2 and the new Assassin's Creed. People queued up for. I mean, the Assassin's Creed had a sign that said, "From this point, you are waiting 4 hours."
Yeah.
Now, people were waiting 4 hours to get roughly 25 minutes of play out of Assassin's Creed. Now, Assassin's Creed especially, in 25 minutes, you aren't even out of the prologue.
No, I didn't. I mean, it was like being at the worst theme park ever. It was a great event, but I don't know whether it's because we go for different reasons. I kind of want to see the games and maybe play a little bit and all that kind of shit. But we didn't get to play really any of the games except the ones that were like not Mr. Popular, which sucks. But overall, it was like, this is the free swag area. It seemed, I don't want to be rude, man, but it seemed very immature almost. It was like anywhere there was a free T-shirt had a massive crowd.
Oh God,
And
yeah.
it's like people waiting, 4 to 6 people. Oh, the Razer booth all day, not 4 to 6 hours, all day. I'm talking 12 straight hours through, or 11 hours, wherever open the conference is open, just to get free stuff. We walked in on the Friday. I think we were there Friday, Saturday. I think we came home on Sunday.
Yes.
On the Friday, they raced through the arena to the Razer booth and just stood there. And then we walked around 4 or 5 times because we were filming different stuff. And they were still stood there. The same people just stood there, just hoping for a T-shirt.
You know what the majority of people got out of that? Paper bags with a Razer logo on it.
Well, it's just like the amazing
Why?
thing. Yeah, the method
Why
like...
do you make that trip, pay for your entry fee, queue up for hours?
Young kids, I guess.
Well, it's not. That's not the experience, though. Gamescom, go and play some fucking games, man.
Well, you can't. That's the thing. What was the worst booth at Gamescom for us last year? I think the worst booth that we saw, which was the most clearly almost rude, was Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Rising.
Metal Gear Solid was so concealed to the point where they didn't want anybody to film Metal Gear, is that it was actually on a raised platform up a flight of stairs. They had brought their own platform and stuck it in the middle of the arena and raised it up there and only had screens showing the game up there. And you had to queue down the bottom for hours to get a glimpse of what I assume was almost a trailer, pretty much. And they wouldn't let anybody down on the floor see what was going on up there. And I saw it, and I was like, that's just offensive.
They did that with, what was it now? It was Black Ops. It was just massive.
Yeah, Black Ops was completely concealed,
ground
wasn't it?
to ceiling walls, even half the queues. They even covered half the queues behind these partitions so you couldn't see how big the queue was.
It was disgusting. Yeah, Gamescom was... And next time we go to Gamescom, I just wanted to go to an event. Which we'll be doing some events next year, which is awesome. We'll be doing some events next year. I want to go to PAX. I want to try and get a trip to Australia. And I love the Australian guys, so I think we want to try and get over to Australia. It's just to be basically... We'll be at this event to see you, and we don't care about anything else.
I want to play League of Legends.
Well, we could play whatever we want next time. We kind of treated the last trip as work. So we didn't. We took it reasonably seriously and went around and we did our jobs and we had the mics and stuff. I'm not going to do that next time. I'm just going to go. We will be there. Come on, let's just have fun. We're going to be playing some games.
We are collecting cuddles.
Yeah, that's exactly. I'm certainly not going to try and work an event again. It's a massive waste of time.
I'm going to work security for you, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to go to Canada as well. I want to go to America. I want to do stuff like that. We want to go. That's expensive though, right?
I'm going to get people to get an autograph from you. They've got to pay nudes.
Oh yeah, autographs, sure. But I just want to meet people and talk about shit.
If you want to meet people and talk to people about shit, you've got to pay me nudes.
No, you're not coming.
Why not?
Yeah,
you're kidding me. My collection of nudes will be limitless.
Collection of nudes. But yeah, I just want to go and talk to people. I think that's just a better thing to do at those events, is just to talk to people. So you get other people's opinions and stuff. Probably just talk about WoW or something constantly, no doubt. But nobody come up to me with like, when do I heroic strike? Now I've got you here. Now we're on the other side of the world. When do I heroic strike? Because it's been driving me crazy. It's been driving me fucking crazy, all that kind of stuff. Just chill, all that kind of stuff.
Hey, dude, what do you think about the new WoW preachers over there?
At the moment, I'm thinking PAX Prime, DreamHack, and I think there's a PAX in Australia, and BlizzCon. That's what I'm thinking. If there's a BlizzCon next year, so far, that's kind of what I'm rotating around. Because my son will be born. I get married in May. Make sure I don't get that date wrong. I get married in May.
Did you just look at me when you said I get married in May?
Just to double check. I get married in May. So obviously I'll be doing stuff then. So after that, we should be good. I'd like to take my son over to those places. Not that he can appreciate it in any way. I'm just leaving him here. Oh, Emma can stay here with the kid. Emma can stay here with the kid. But yeah, I get married in May, and then we'll be doing all kinds of stuff. The PG Twitch stream, not yet. I haven't decided what to do with it. I basically had to take a month away from work. I was in no position to make content for you guys at all. I seriously wasn't. It was a very, especially the last couple of weeks, but really bad. But the pre-streaming thing, I'm going to sort it out probably in a few weeks. I want to get back on top of YouTube and finish all the projects. What I did do while I was being emo was write. I've written a top 5 video, which I think you guys are going to fucking love, absolutely love. And we've written a PG. Finally,
yeah.
I've taken a month away from that.
I'm waiting for my.
We were regretting because we made the PG first one. It's like, right, we've got the first one out. We're in the fucking rhythm. We're in the rhythm, and then it all went to shit.
Now the next game, it isn't new anymore, but we need to do it.
I've got the next game we should do as well. I mean, we've got all this kind of stuff.
You got the next game that we should do after that?
What?
You say you got another game after that?
Oh yeah.
We both have to have played it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's a mystery.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back as well, guys. I really am. Going to Florida. I'm going back to Florida as soon as I can. I really am. I'm going back to Florida soon. I tried to convince Emma that our honeymoon should be Disney World. I wanted a steak. If I'm being totally honest, I tried to convince Emma that we should go to Disney World in Florida because I wanted a steak. And she was like, no. No. I was like, I really want to get the steak. I need an excuse to go back to Florida just so I can get a fucking steak.
Though.
Yeah, that's steak though. Emma is home. Yeah, she came and said hello earlier on. She told a great story. What kind of? I just want a really nice steak. Legacy of the Paladin. I hope to finish it tomorrow. We're gonna go to hopefully. I'm back in a fun mood. The only reason I didn't make any videos, I was seriously just unhappy. Simple as that. Which is really shitty because I never get unhappy. But I kind of. I'm not gonna go emo. No, I was unhappy, and yeah. So I'm feeling happier. Because I didn't even see you. I didn't even want to see anybody, even you, which is...
Fuck off. Do you know what?
No, it's tragic. I was not fun to be around.
It still hurts for you to say it.
It's not because of you. It was because I was unfun to be around.
Was it because of you?
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Let's just put it that way then. I remained awesome while you was being a dick.
I was being a total emo dick.
I don't want to be here now.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to have fun again. So we had fun today. We went out today. Me, you, and Emma. We had a blast, didn't we? We had a blast.
I spent the money. Why do you mock that headset?
Hey, you earned your money, man. You spend it whatever you want.
Why
do I mock the team at? It's well overpriced for what it is.
But it felt delicious on my head.
I'm just saying, I would have preferred to get a Sennheiser because they're really good.
Yeah, but
they're worth the value.
It's got 14 speakers in my ears.
14
speakers.
14 speakers.
It's got lighty uppy parts, and it's got a mic that goes. Yeah. Do you want to? Didn't I say any more? Oh, it's also got panels so you can cover the speakers on the sides, or you can visualize them. But the thing is, when I put that headset on, it perfectly cupped my great big trophy head ears, and it was just like immediate silence around me. I was like, wow.
Oh yeah, 5.4. I'm so glad 5.4 didn't come out this week either. I was dreading. I checked MMO Champion on Tuesday. I didn't even turn my PC on, and I like used my phone. I was like, please don't say it's 5.4 tomorrow because that's going to be absolutely crazy time for me. And luckily it wasn't. But yeah, I'm going to do 5.4 like mad. I'm going to bash that out, and it may in fact be the last class guides I do. Maybe the last class guides I do. I'm not sure yet before I go into different stuff, but it might be.
What are you talking about?
The 5.4, the final patch of this expansion. Might be the final time that I do them, which is really cool. Oh, and I got a donation of Jonathan. If I say Jonathan, is that wrong?
Let me read it.
Thank you, man. It's cool, dude.
Jonathan.
Thank you, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, I've got to do that. So it's fucking cool as shit. I'm totally going to do that. So yeah, I'm going to bash them out. Which is, I'm going to bash them out. It's 20 minutes from Charlie's. Yeah, Charlie's Steakhouse. I want to go there, but. Florida, I want to organise for everybody. That is my dream. If I get anything out of this job, if I can take like my family and your family to Florida, that's the dream come true. There, I've worked and I've done it.
Do you know what we should talk about before we go? Is when we was on the way back from Scam in the car, and we was talking about the baby. Now, what we was talking about, we was using a reference from the things from Scam. Now we're talking about Preach, who's very practical, doesn't care how it looks per se. That's him on one side, and Emma on the other side was like, doesn't care what it does, if it looks awesome, so it's two different backgrounds. And I was saying, like, I was sort of in the medium, it's like, it needs to be good, but also needs to look good, and I'm an arsehole, and your kid's going to be just like me.
Yeah, that's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying.
You, sir, have hit the jackpot.
I'm dreading this situation, that I'll be back at work tomorrow, and I'm in a good place to make videos.
I've got into labour.
And she goes into fucking labour, and I'll tell her it's not allowed. That's what I'm dreading, because she's now ready to drop the baby. It's ready to come out. And
wait till we're in the cinema and you get that phone call.
Oh, dude.
I was having the baby. But then, motherfucker,
I said to her, you are not allowed to have this baby. For at least a week. For at least a week, you are not allowed to have this baby. I'm fucking serious. I want to get back to work. I want to do my thing. I enjoy doing that. You're not allowed to have the baby. You can fucking guarantee she's going to do it, which is absolutely terrible. I'm not streaming tomorrow. I won't be streaming for a while. I'm not going to be streaming for a while. Should we call it a night?
Shall we call it a night?
I think so. I had a great night with you guys. I'm glad you enjoyed the wrestling stuff, especially. I got to talk about WoW again, which is awesome. It's glad to see so many of you here as well. We're going to call it a night there, guys. Until I will see you. Hopefully, the dailies will restart soon. I'm just worried starting the dailies again and then having the baby. then I disappear again, and you guys get really mad at me.
Ooh.
So
Just really quickly, you got on the donation for you.
oh, from Tim, thanks, dude.
Tim. Nice.
Timothy.
Nice British name, mate.
Tim.
Nice British name.
Thanks, Timmy. You're a fucking star. Man.
Just really
You're an absolute
quickly.
star. Thank you, dude.
When I stream LOL after this, it'll be in about 20 minutes' time. I've actually found a gimmick where I can actually give something away as well. Like I've
What
got.
are you giving away?
Well, here's the thing. Just really short.
Give away your headset.
I've got. You don't want my headset. It's been on my ears for like nearly 2 years now, and my
Hey,
ears.
somebody
are
wants that
fucked
headset.
up. There is shit that comes out of my ears, like my mouth as well. But I've got. I've still got a clusterfuck of keys of Steam and Origin from the Humble bundle. So I'm just gonna.
Oh, you can't advertise that. It's legal.
Is it not? Right.
Yes.
I'm not going to put them in my chat to give away. But also, I've figured out how I can give a champ away on League of Legends because I've got spare RP and I've nearly got everything now
Oh, that you want.
that I want.
Yeah.
I've not got everything. I've got nearly everything that I want. So what I've decided is, just really quickly, tonight we're going to do a custom games of ARAM 5-on-5, and it's not going to be 5 of us versus 5 randoms. It's going to be 5-on-5. If someone gets a pentakill, then they can have the Lucian bundle tonight. That's the best way that I can do it. You have to get a pentakill.
Now everyone's going to just be like, you're going to be farming them all, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're doing. Okay. Good night, everybody. We'll see you again soon. See ya.
I'm not going to press the off button. I'm just going to keep waving.
Go on, dude.
Fucking, I wanted to wave. Just
See
a little bit
everybody.
of waving. Right, okay.
Bye, guys.